A married couple named Willie and Angela Gillis combined together lost 500 pounds. He lost 300 pounds and she lost 200 pounds. They said they lost the weight by eating fruits and vegetables. They stopped eating fried foods altogether. This is a nice story because it's always nice to see black men and black women working together to be more healthy. We all know obesity is a serious problem in the black community. Black people lead the country in diabetes. We lead the country in heart disease. And I think the only way this is going to stop, we're going to have to start eating more healthy. We need to stop eating all these fried foods and eating all this soul food. But I think no matter what you eat, you have to watch your calorie intake. You should never eat more than 2,000 calories a day. If you eat more than 2,000 calories a day and you're not working out and you're not staying active, you're going to start to gain a lot of weight. That's why I think one of the best ways to lose weight is cardio. Some people will go to the gym and run 2 or 3 miles a day. What I try to do to keep myself in shape is every day when I get off work, I'll run the stairs. I live on the 15th floor of a high tower building, and I will run 15 flights of stairs 20 times a day. And that's what I do on a daily basis in order to keep myself in shape. Some people have different methods. Some people will walk. Some people will run. But I think cardio is one of the best ways to keep yourself in shape and to lose weight. When I first saw this photo, one of the first things I noticed is that he looks so much younger than she does. Now, he lost 300 pounds. He went from 492 pounds to 190 pounds. And he looks so much younger, and she looks so much older. They almost look like mother and son. I think the same thing happened with Star Jones, because Star Jones also lost a lot of weight. She's the talk show host that used to be the host on The View. She had a bypass surgery and she lost 160 pounds. And I noticed after she lost all the weight, she looked so much older. And I think what happens with a lot of women that lose weight, that lose a lot of weight over a fast amount of time, it usually makes their skin sag. You don't see that with men as much because of our muscle mass, and I guess it just doesn't affect us as much when we lose the weight. But regardless, I think they both still look good. It's always nice to see people working together to lose weight. This is a happy story. It's a positive story. And I want to encourage more people to eat more healthy. But I don't think you should lose the weight really fast. Because when you lose weight real fast, it's kind of bad on your heart. So I think if you need to lose a lot of weight, I think you should do it over a long period of time. Because I've done research and I've seen when people lose weight really fast, it's really bad on their heart. And some people, in some cases, have had heart attacks because they're losing the weight so fast. But I think no matter how much weight you need to lose or how much weight you need to maintain, I think it's important for every person to work out every day and eat the right foods. A lot of people have different opinions about this topic. Leave a comment, rate, and subscribe.
Frequently we're like, oh, if I could only lose weight, I could find the perfect man, or if I could only lose weight, I might have that. You were together. You had each other, but yet you still weren't happy. If you could tell your story, please.
One morning, Willie just woke up and said that he wanted to lose the weight. And, you know, if he wanted to do it, I was like, well, you're not going to do it without me. So we got up, and then from that day forward, that was January 6th. And we just picked it right up, and we changed our whole life, threw everything out in the house just from day one, learned everything that brought us to this point, and just worked out. It's definitely a change. You have to educate yourself, and you're right. You have to have the right mindset for it. Mentally, that's the battle right there.
How much were you when you decided enough was enough?
When we started this whole thing, I weighed 492 and you weighed
338.
338. So it was just something that we had to do because I had put it off for so long and you put it off for so long.
Yeah. I mean, we were friends for a long time before we even dated. So he's one of two people that actually knew me for the longest time in my life, and he was always big and I was always big, and we both watch each other gain weight and then lose it, but not to this extreme. So it's good that he was there with me to push me, because there were plenty of times when I would have fallen off the wagon if it wasn't for him. Because I remember the first 2 days, I was like, come on, let's go get some barbecue. And he was the person who stopped me from doing it, So I never wanted to come home and be like, oh, you know what? I kind of messed up today, And we never ever had those moments because I was accountable to him and he was accountable to me. And we just kept each other pushing. Yeah. And I mean, it's still like that. We're all going to battle with food every day for the rest of our life. That's just a part of who we are. And, sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. And luckily, my husband is the person that I get to talk to about it. And he pushes me through.